Hey everyone, Sandy Dupont here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be telling you how you can save a ton of money for your child's education through an RESP. If you don't know what an RESP is, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to get free money from the government and grow your savings tax-free. So stay tuned. Watch this video until the end so you can learn everything you need to know about an RESP here in Canada. So let's start. What is an RESP? RESP stands for Registered Education Savings Plan. It is a specialized savings plan that allows you to save money for your child's post-secondary education. It can be used for trade schools, CEGEPs, universities, colleges, apprenticeship programs, etc. Technically, everything for secondary. Why should you open an RESP for your child? There are many benefits in opening an RESP for your child. Here are some examples. You can contribute up to $50,000 per child over their lifetime. That is a lot of money that can make a big difference in your child's future. Your money grows tax-free inside of an RESP, just like the other registered account that I talked about in previous videos. If you haven't watched my videos on TFSA and RESP yet, then you can click on the link up here, or you can look in the description below. I will leave the links for these videos. So that means inside of your RESP, every dividend, interest, capital gains that you gain inside of that RESP, it's tax-free until you decide to withdraw the money. That can grow really fast. You can get free money from the government through grants and bonds. You've heard me right, free money. And if you watched my previous videos, you know I love to talk about how you can get free money. So the government will match a portion of the contribution that you put into the RESP for your child. And if you have low income, even better, they're going to give you extra money on top of that matching money. I'll explain more about that later. But another thing that's awesome with the RESP is that you can choose a variety of different investment options to put the money in. Things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, GICs, index funds, etc. can be different things that you invest the money in. So you can do it according to your risk tolerance and also the horizon. It's up to you. You can also use a robo-advisor to help simplify that investment process. You can transfer the money to another child if your child decides not to pursue post-secondary education. You can decide to withdraw the money back to yourself as well. But before you do that, hold on, because you need to know that an RESP's lifetime can be up to 35 years after the year you open the RESP, which means if your child turns 18, 19, 20, even 30 and they decide not to go pursue post-secondary education, it's okay. Just let the money grow, and then later if they change their mind, then you can use that money. So all this year the money will just be growing inside of this RESP tax-free. Now that you know a little bit about what an RESP is and how it works, let's talk about how to actually open one. Choose a promoter. A promoter is a financial institution or investment firm that offers this kind of product, which is the RESP. It can be something like a credit union, a bank, or an online platform, or a financial group that offer RESPs. So you can do your research to know which one is best for you. On the website canada.ca, there is a list of all the promoters here in Canada, depending on which province you live in. Once you choose your promoter, you will need to have your child's social insurance number in order to open an RESP and apply for those grants and bonds. If you don't have one for them yet, it's easy and free to get just by walking in a Service Canada. Usually the promoter does all the legwork for you for applying for bonds and grants from the government. So all you have to do once it's open is to decide to start to put money in there. You can contribute as much as you want, as often as you want, until you reach a maximum $50,000 per child. Like I said at the beginning, one of the best features of the RESP is that you can get free money from the government. This free money is given to you in forms of grants and bonds. The CESG stands for Canada Education Savings Grant. This grant is a matching that the government does on the first $2,500 that you contribute every year for your child. So the maximum is $500 per year you get in free money. And the coolest part of it is, if you didn't start contributing the first year the child was born, well, you can get all these years back 1 year at a time. Which means if you didn't contribute the year prior, then you can get up to $1,000 in grant money for that year. But you have to contribute up to $5,000. So the $5,000 is what the government will match. You can put more, but $5,000 will give you $1,000. So guaranteed 20% on your investment. If you're a low-income family, you can be qualified for an extra 10 or 20% on top of what you already receive on the first $500 that you contribute for that year. Now let's talk about the CLB or Canada Learning Bond. So this one is even awesomer in the sense that you don't actually have to contribute to your RESP as long as you open the RESP and you're qualified for the Canada Child Benefit. Well, you get $500 the first year you open the RESP, and then $100 every year after that until your child turns 15 years old. So in total, you get $2,000 worth of free money just by opening an RESP. Now hold on, I'm not done talking about free money in an RESP yet. Some provinces offer their own savings incentives. For example, if you live in Quebec, Saskatchewan, or British Columbia, you have provincial savings incentive for your child's post-secondary education. For example, if you live in Quebec, Quebec will match up to 10% of the first $2,500 that you put every year, and it's retroactive. So every year you can get up to $500 in Quebec grants because you can get 1 year back every year after that. So what that means is, every year when you contribute $2,500, you'll get the CLB $100 if you already open it, or $500 the first year. You get the CESG that give you 20%, and if you're a low-income family, you can get an extra 20 to 10% of your first $500. And if you live in a place like Quebec, you get an extra 10% on your first $2,500. Plus, if you're a low-income family, you can get another extra on top of that. So now let's talk about numbers. Let's say that you have a newborn child and every month you put $200 until this child turns 18. So that's a contribution of $43,200 over 18 years. A lot of people might say, but that's a lot of money. Well, it's very easy to save $200 a month. And how do you do that? Just by cutting lunch. Instead of buying lunch every day at work, you can decide to make your lunch at home and save that lunch money and invest. If you invest that money in a balanced portfolio that has an annual return of 6%, that's over $86,000 that you can get for that child by the time they turn 18. And don't forget, it's not just your money is gonna be making money, but also the free money from the government will be making money for you. And there you have it. An RESP, how it can help you save for your child's post-secondary education. In the end, this is how you make your child a rich college child. Not going to school with big student loans, but that can make a difference and go a long way when the child turns 18 and go to post-secondary education. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and share that video to family members, because not only mom and dad can contribute to your child RESP, grandma, grandpa, uncle, cousins, friends, everyone can contribute into your child's RESP and help you reach that $50,000 limit faster. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.